My day has been thrown around with the Kyrie trade, but let's talk about some buyout rumors. First one, John Wall. Multiple people across the league said that the Clippers have been proactive in trying to find a trade partner for Wall and are considering buying him out if a trade does not materialize, which seems like it's not going to, especially with Kyrie not being on the Mavericks. As well, Rashawn Holmes, who we thought was going to be a buyout candidate, is not because he's owed $24.9 million over the next two seasons. So probably next season he'll be bought out. But Will Barton could be bought out. The Bucks and the Nets are two teams to be keeping an eye out for that man. But basically, Will Barton believes that he's still a good player. John Wall, same thing. I could see him going to contending teams. Now let's move on. All right, the play-in tournament has decreased the number of teams who could buy out their veterans, but there are still options out there, and let's talk about like some guys besides that. So Corey Joseph, he's on the Pistons, and he's seen his minutes fluctuate this year, but he's shot 40% from three over the last season, and so far he hasn't been great, but I think right now, if you look, Corey Joseph has one of the highest assist rates of his career and one of the lowest turnover marks. And the Pistons are actually 6.4 points better per 100 possessions when he's on the floor. So teams looking for a steady point guard off the bench, like the Clippers, Lakers, or Raptors, could be a possibility. Now, Josh Richardson is reportedly available for a second round pick, but matching the salary could be tricky for contending teams. And Richardson's a guy who can do a little bit of everything. Defense at 6'5" with some quickness, and he can hit threes, 37% for the season so far, and create a little bit. And no team would, Memphis, Cleveland, Dallas, Brooklyn would all be interested in Josh Richardson if he gets bought out. Now, a guy that has a lot of people lining up at his door, the Pistons have Nerlens Noel. And Noel's played as of January 25th, 150 minutes behind Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. And his contract has a team option for next year, so this would just need to come in an arrangement that they would void next year's money and just pay him straight this year's. And he's an above average rim protector who could be an elite backup not point guard, with center for a team like the Clippers and the Nuggets. Gordon Hayward's a possible buyout candidate. It's just a little bit of a reach because he's still productive when he's healthy, and the Hornets aren't going to buy him out, which pays him $30 million next year. But Hayward being bought out would be pretty weird. But he's more of a guy who could be bought out after this season. So he was someone that I threw out there, unless a team like the Spurs trade for him and then buy him out. Terrence Ross hasn't been moved, but for the last 2 years, he's been said to be moved, and he's averaging a career low since his rookie year of 8 points. And as the Magic get healthier, there's just more and more reason that he will be not traded, but bought out because nobody wants to trade, and he could be an X factor for a team. Okay, next guy is Bryn Forbes, who is making over a quarter of his threes. But Minnesota do not fit the blueprint of most buying out teams, but it makes sense that Forbes to be weighed and maybe joins a team like the Bucks or the Nuggets again. And it's just because he's a liability on defense, and the Timberwolves need as much defense as possible, so he just got cut out of the rotation. James Johnson, good leader and toughness. He's kind of become the Udonis Haslem of the NBA over the last few seasons, and Indiana's a good playoff, not a good playoff team, but in a playoff spot. And Johnson might want to go to a contending team because this is a guy who is part coach, part cheerleader, and part garbage time guy. So I see there being a road for him playing, but definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think, and what would you guys want to see? But besides that, I'm definitely going to wrap up the video right here. Let me know if there was anything else you guys would have wanted to hear. Pretty crazy shit that happened today, and yeah, you just sit here and you're just like, how do we do this? Okay, but let me know if there was anything else that you guys might have wanted to hear from me. But I'll peace out, A-Town style. But goodbye, everybody. Actually, we'll make this to 5 minutes because that's the type of guy that I am. Alright, I'd like to say that we like to milk it all the time. Alright, so who would have known? But I still can't believe this Kyrie trade. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm a dip, okay? Hope you guys have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe.